Hello, my YouTube family. This is your host, Aaron here. This is Times with the Narcissist Explain. I hope all has been well with each and every one of you all. Tonight, I just want to talk about a pretty, I would say it's a subject that not many people talk about. And so I want to bring it to the surface to help enlighten us on our journeys. Some of us are getting older and we're still looking for answers, and that's okay. Show humility and grace to yourself and understand that it is a journey, it is a step by step thing. Some things you learn at certain times. We ought to say, man, if I only would have knew this information back then. Well, in part of your spiritual development on your spiritual path, some things develop at certain times, some understandings develop at certain times, some information is sent to you at certain times. All right. But tonight's topic is I want to talk about chosen ones, the subconscious mind, and manifestations. Right. Out the gate, I want to start by saying it is you versus you. Because if you sat down and thought about all the enemies you've ever had, none of them has succeeded in their plans. At this point in time, it is you versus you. What do I mean by you versus you? Really, it's how you feel about yourself, how you do your routines on a daily basis. When you're dealing with the subconscious mind, you've been around abuse for so long that you've been programmed to operate in survival mode. Some of us are still in survival mode despite the victories that we've already achieved, right? And so, because you've been in survival mode, you can operate with a rainy cloud over your head day after day, or you have a rainy cloud over your head often. And I said it once in one of my lives that you have the power to be positive or be negative. It's really all in the power of how you reprogram yourself. The best way to reprogram yourself is through meditation. All right. I would recommend people go on YouTube or TikTok, look up ways to properly meditate. But understand when you're in meditation, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. You have to ask yourself, how do you want your life to be? Where do you want to be at a certain time? Because the truth be told, you can reprogram your subconscious mind to manifest the future that you want. Self-limiting beliefs, doubts will always hold us back. Having fear will always hold us back. I'm telling you, there's somebody I know, somebody I used to hang around. I couldn't hang around them because they was just too fearful, you know? They was too scared of what their parents might say. And these were adults. They were manipulated so hard by their own parents, so fearful of what their parents might think, so fearful of the consequences of being shunned, you know, being abandoned because this person decided to make decisions for themselves. We can't live in that space anymore, y'all. We have to reprogram ourselves. You know, we don't want to take that leap because we're too afraid, right? We've been beat down so bad by evil forces that they got us programmed to where we don't know how to fully embrace ourselves now, right? It's truly sad, but it's fixable. You see, the difference between you and the narcissist, they are operating from a frequency and a programming in their subconscious mind that is so messed up and so twisted that they're too far gone. You see, if the Most High didn't love you, the Most High would allow you to be just like them, to be messed up and twisted and have all the material wealth and things like that. But see, when you're a chosen one, when you're an empath, when you're a child of the light, you are forced to make changes. You are forced to be better. You are called to be better, right? You are called to make the right actions and the right changes to change the way we think, to change the way we feel about our lives, the way we feel about our future, the way we feel about ourselves, you know? And it's not going to happen overnight. Meditation takes practice, you know? I can't really give you a blueprint on how to meditate, but I can tell you that when you first get into meditation, your body's going to fight hard against it. Your mind is going to want to wander off because your body wants to stay in an old programming, and you're diving into your supercomputer to reprogram it so that way you can reprogram your mind and reprogram your life to operate a different way than what it was operating before. You know, it's the victories that you've achieved that you have to give yourself credit for and not beat yourself up because, you know, you just didn't understand certain things, right? And also understand that you are a very powerful person. It was always you versus you, not them. So people who choose to be nasty towards people, vicious towards people, there's no excuse for them. There's no, oh, they've been through this and they've been through that, because guess what? You've been through this, you've been through that. You've had people gang up on you, you've been gang stalked, you've been targeted, right? You had people rob from you, you had people lying, smear on your name, right? But here you are, standing firm day by day. You just don't know how to reprogram yourself after the abuse, right? And so I'm here to encourage you all tonight that you have the power to change the way you believe about your future. You have the way to change the way you believe about yourself. You have the power to reprogram the way you want your life to go. You have to study up on the subconscious mind. You'll understand how manifestation work, but also never neglecting the most high. Never neglect the most high. Always keep the most high. Make sure you pray. Um, Make sure you do the necessary spiritual work as well. Eat a clean diet. Take care of your hygiene. Make sure your hygiene is good. Make sure you're smelling good. Make sure you moisturize right. Make sure you're dressing good. Make sure you're neatly trimmed. These are all part of helping yourself recover back to, you know, a higher state of conscious, a higher state of vibration, you know. Do not be swayed by the evil forces that try to come against you, because what they say about you does not matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. I'm sorry if my voice sounds like this. I'm actually pretty tired, but I felt compelled to want to talk to you all, you know, because it's important to understand that you can say positive affirmations all day long, but if you don't feel positive, then it just won't work. You have to feel it. And the only way you can feel it, you have to meditate and reprogram the way you feel about certain things and be excited for your future. Be excited for great things to come. And it will come pouring in quickly. But you have to fight against the programming that you've been doing all the time, this negative thinking, negative habits, coping mechanism that you have to release, right? But listen, this is Times with the Narcissist Explained. Chosen ones, understand you're very powerful. It's always been you versus you. You have to do the necessary steps to reprogram. All right. I love y'all.